Hello.
Hello. Wow, that intro is great, man. I love it.
The funky new one.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very vibrant.
I thought so. It's a new thing, new year, new vibrancy. Is that a thing? Can you say that? Or
You can in January.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How you doing, mate? Everything all right?
Yeah, not too bad. A lazy day today, so it's not been too sad at all. So, but yeah, I'm doing all right. You doing okay?
Yeah, everything's good. My wife is at her due tonight for work, so I have the house to myself.
Oh, nice.
So I can scream as much as I want.
That's fantastic. Welcome to the show. Anyone watching, if you want to get in touch with us, if you just type in wherever you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, we'll get a message through. We can display it on the screen. And hello to everyone watching us on Tumble today. We're on Tumble for the first time. We've never been on Tumble before. So I thought it was like a nursery rhyme thing. But anyway, so yeah, we're on Tumble as well. So if you comment on there, we should be able to get that as well. So welcome along to today's episode.
I thought it was a dating app, Tumble.
I've got the wrong one, have I?
Okay. I'll put that on there.
Yeah. So anyway, we've been on there as well. So that's pretty good. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so what have you been up to? What music stuff have you been doing this week?
I watched an old concert video from 1978 in Dallas by the Stones. Have you ever seen this one? In Fort Worth.
I've seen bits of it, I think.
Yeah, it was for their Some Girls tour.
Right.
Excellent. I loved it, mate. I loved it. The Some Girls album, I bought that when it first came out. I'm that old. And you had the one where the sleeve would come out and the faces would line up with the holes on the album. So it was, it was the original one. It was great. And there was that song about some girls, and it was really risque at the time. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No.
They talk about different types of girls and what they like. And one was just too much. They had to bleep it. They couldn't play it on a lot. But I loved it. I was like 15. I was like, yeah, get in there. But it was great. It was really great to see him out there, when they were really musically perfect. I remember him playing the intro to, I forget what it is, but it's just it sounds really simple, but he's all over the place. And he's like looking around and just doing it by heart, Yeah. Excellent guitarist.
Is that Ronnie Wood or is that?
No, it was the other one, Keith.
Keith. Oh, right. And is Ronnie playing in that lineup? Was it 7
Yeah, that was his first album that he did with him. Yeah.
Fantastic. I watched a film today on a guy called Connie Plank. And the name's not familiar with most people, but to be fair, I didn't know much about him until I started looking into him today. And he was a producer, and he produced Ultravox. So Vienna was his big one. Yeah. And he basically was a German producer, and he built a studio in a farmhouse. He bought a farm and then built a studio in it. And the artist would go there and stay. And it's really, really cool. And it's written by his son, made it. And it's about him finding out like Kraftwerk recorded their earlier albums where Flora was playing flute and things like this. That was there. And then yeah, it's just a really interesting documentary. I didn't know he'd done so much stuff.
Yeah. And where was that? What nationality was he?
He was German.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And is it Neu? Did I say that right? Neu. Neu. That was one of the bands that was there as well. The Rhythmics went there as well, recorded. Nice. Bowie went there, but they didn't mention Bowie for some reason. But yeah, it was really interesting. So I was watching a bit of that today. That's really, really cool. Considering I didn't know anything about him, he was actually a really interesting guy, and he was a complete producer. Like he would work 17 hours a day and stuff.
Yeah. It's weird though, because the way you sound, the way you talk about him, he wasn't really a plank at all, was he? He was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy. Anyway,
we've got a jam-packed show tonight, mate. We've got a lot to get to.
We have, yeah. We've got some really cool videos for you. We've also got a track of a cover we're going to play later on, but we're not going to tell you what it is and see if people can guess what it is once it plays.
Cool.
I think that's a good way of doing it. We won't give it away. We'll just let them guess.
Yeah, all right. That sounds good. Very cool.
Did you want to play a video?
Yeah, let's get right into it. This band is called Kiss Kiss Kill. They're a really cool band from here in England. This is a lockdown video, so it's a couple of years old, but it's a lot of fun. The song is called LSRS. Don't ask me what it means. I have no idea, and they won't tell me. But it's fun, so why don't we get right into that now?
Okay.
Another side. Hello? Yeah, not much, just playing some drums. Yeah.
We're just going straight into it.
It's amazing that some of these bands aren't signed, isn't it?
I know, mate. You know, this is why I love independent music so much. You know, I have friends that say, "No, I've got my music that I listen to, and I'm happy with that now." But mate, there is so much good stuff. It's fantastic.
That was really good, very professional sounding as well.
Yeah.
For people that have just joined us that are newbies watching the show, we should explain that Pete does a show where you play unsigned and independent artists, right, Pete?
That's it. Yeah, Unknown Sounds with Pete Saxer. Yeah, all we do is play independent music that send us their music. So they don't have managers, they don't have public relation guys. They send me the music to me, and I play it, and that's it. And it's great. Yeah. It's been going on for years.
So if you're watching the show and you want to get in touch, here's Pete's email address on the screen. You can get it from there. You can email. That's the right one, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah. It is, yes.
Make sure, yeah. You can email him there, and that's how you get in touch and get on the show.
Yeah, and there'll also be a link tree for me, and there'll be a submissions link, make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, sweet. We'll put them on the bottom of the description.
Yeah,
cool. As well, and all that.
Yeah, but that band is fantastic, and I love the sing. I love the female voice. Do you remember the band X? Were they big here?
I don't think so. No.
Late '80s, early '90s. Well, fantastic band, and she reminds me so much of the singer there, Egg Scene, and she's been going on for years now. Yeah, and I think this band has the legs to do that as well.
Had a fantastic like Paramore sound as well. The band Paramore,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell they're just having a lot of fun.
It is, yeah. And considering that was lockdown, and there was a lot of sheds in that video, so
yeah,
I'd love to have a shed. I haven't got one.
You know, if you're a real man, you have a shed.
I know. I've only got like a half one that hangs off the house.
That's right, mate. You'll get there.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? So what should we talk about now? What do you want to talk about?
All right. Well, we can do a few things. We've got somebody in the waiting room.
We have indeed.
Oh, man, we do. I love this guy. We could get him in now, or if you want to talk about, did you do an interview lately that you want to share, or you want to wait on that?
I did a fantastic interview with a guy called Tim Staffel. Tim was, I think it's fair to say he was in the early version of Queen. So it was Brian May, Roger Taylor, and Tim Staffel, and they did the Smile demo, and the song Earth was on it. But the big one that people probably would know if you're a Queen fan is Doing All Right. Yeah. So Tim was, Tim's many things. He's a fantastic singer, fantastic songwriter, and a lovely guy. And in the film Bohemian Rhapsody, if you've seen it, anyone that's seen it, Queen are playing a band, playing a set, and then Freddie comes in the crowd and he's watching this band, and that's Tim playing the bass. Identically, that's supposed to be Tim. And then
is it really Tim, or is it just somebody
Tim.
playing Tim?
It's because he's 70 now. Good makeup job. And excuse me. So anyway, so what happened was it then cuts to the film and they go Humpy Bong, and he goes, yeah, they're going somewhere, man, all that sort of stuff. And he's just a tiny footnote in this Queen story in the film, but he's a massive footnote in the Queen story when you think about it, because if he didn't leave, Freddie probably wouldn't have joined Smile, because he didn't want to get in the way and intrude, because Freddie was a nice guy and he knew Tim for years. Tim knew Brian for many years because they went to school together. And they did doing all right on Queen's first album, and then obviously it's in the film as well. And he's just a really lovely guy, really down to earth. We spoke about his influences. We spoke about Humpy Bong as well, the band that he left Queen for, because I said you hear it in the film and you hear about in the books, you read it says you left them for so and so. So I listened to it. It's actually a really good song they released. It's like a country song. And he said to me, at the time Queen were playing pubs and youth centres and all that, and not really getting anywhere. But the guy Colin Peterson, that was the drummer for the Bee Gees, was in Humpy Bong, and some guys from Love Affair that had Everlasting Love. So there was these people that were that basically had started a band that had chart success. You see what I mean? So you see why if someone says, "Do you want to join our band?" You're going to go, "Yeah." Because you're actually
that was an enticement, wasn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, but also they've been there, and there's more links to getting where you want to go. So it made total sense for him to do it. And then obviously he left, and then Queen became Queen. So but he's a lovely guy. But I just thought I'd play you a quick bit of the interview, which is available on this channel. And he talks about writing songs with Brian, including Doing All Right. I'm just going to leave us on the side, by the way.
Okay.
And I think Brian and I first collaborated on "Step on Me," which was is that on the Smile album?
It is, yeah.
Is it? God blimey. Yeah, and Doing All Right. Those were the first two that we collaborated on. And from that moment on, I don't think we didn't. I think that kind of broke the duck, as it were. That opened the floodgates. Well, it didn't exactly open the floodgates, but it opened the sluice gates. So a chink, so a little bit of water came through, and then one summer, I think it was the summer of '68, I was just getting so, I've got to write something. So I ended up writing Earth. And that was it. Once I'd written Earth, I never stopped.
And that's Tim there. Lovely.
That's great.
Guy. He's so down to earth, and he's a really sweet man. And
he doesn't seem bitter at all.
He doesn't know. And he sort of says, I didn't ask him, but he brought up, he said, I was jealous of their success only because like we were talking about Brian May, and Brian May basically took his dad to Madison Square Garden and said to his dad, "Look what we're doing." And his dad then went, "Oh, I finally get it. Why you did this music stuff." And I said that story to Tim, and Tim was like, "That's the only reason, I would feel a little bit jealous, because I couldn't do the same to my dad."
Yeah.
And I said to him, "Well, you made a record. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, exactly.
You always did make a record, But interestingly, the Doing All Right single, which is off the Smile demo, I think is better than the Queen version. And I really do. And I said that to him, and he's sort of laughed. But
you know what, though, mate? I think you're right, because I listened to both of them, because we discussed this a little while ago. Yeah. And I listened to both of them. His voice, and it is him singing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It seems it's smoother. There's more emotion in it. And I think it's probably because he co-wrote that song.
Definitely, yeah. And the guitar, like Brian May, I'm not dissing Brian May now, but the guitar's too heavy on the Queen version, I think. Yeah. Where Brian May would do that, but this version is more gentle and has more of a flow to the track. And but if you get a chance, check out the interview. It's really good fun. He's a really lovely guy, and we also played a track from his new album at the end of the interview as well. He gave me a song to play, so he's a generally all round nice fella. Still gigging as well. I'll put that there as well. He's going to gig next year, so I'm going to try and go along and watch him live, because I think he's a really nice guy, and it'd be fantastic to see him live as well, especially if he does Doing All Right. Because you're going to hear it. So yeah, he's still around and gigging as well. So we'll put a link to Tim's website as well in the description, so people can find that, because he's
very good. Very good.
It's great, yeah. So
I think it's time to bring the guest on.
Okay, do you want to play a song first, or are we just bringing him on?
Yeah, let's play one of his songs first. It's an early song by him, and he actually sent this song. This is the first song he sent into Unknown Sounds, and it was the first song we played on Unknown Sounds at the Revenge FM launch party.
Wow.
Here's the video for it. Here's It's Good by Mr.
when opportunity knocked on my door. Life is like an 80s game show. If you play your cards right, you can come on down. But I don't want to win no speedboat. I just want to get out of this town. Let's see if it's up there. My life is good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. I still remember, shut that door. I'm in a real life generation game. My life's been win, lose or draw. Now can I have my 15 minutes of fame? Life is like an 80s game show. If you play your cards right, you can come on down. But I don't want to win no speedboat. I just want to get out of this town. Let's see if it's up there. My life is good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. Is somebody spinning, 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 spinning my wheel of fortune? My life is good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. It's good, but it's not quite right. Somebody show me what I could have won.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, how you doing, mate?
Good evening, chaps.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Good.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. This is Nick, also known as Mr. Fallrise.
Nice. Whereabouts in the world are you, Nick?
I'm in Newark-on-Trent in Nottinghamshire, if you know that.
I've heard of it. Yeah. What you got? You got snow up there or not?
Rain.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, we got that here
lots
too.
and lots of it.
Yeah. Oh,
Fantastic.
great. Mate, do you recognize that song? It's good.
Yes.
That's good. I want to see you're still with us.
yes, I recognise it. Seems like a long time ago now, though.
Mm.
Yeah. It was, but you still have some new music coming, don't you?
Yeah. And this next song I'm working on that I was chatting to you about, Pete,
Mhm.
Generation X, that has took on a life of its own now, and I can't wait to get cracking with that one.
Fantastic. Yeah, Nick and I had a little chat. Sorry, my voice is. Nick and I had a little chat. It's on the Unknown Sounds with Pete Saxer YouTube channel. Yeah, we talked about his career and what he likes to do, all his music, his influences. It's really quite good. And it's gotten some views. Mate, you must have a lot of friends.
Not that many. Believe me, not that many. I was quite surprised, actually, pleasantly surprised. So it's all good.
Yeah, me too. And, it's great, too, for me, because a lot of bands have been contacting me saying, can I come on the show?
Oh, brilliant. Nice one.
No, it's great. Yeah, that song, it's good. As we discussed the other day, and I said earlier that that was the very first song that we played on Unknown Sounds, because you were a very early supporter of the show.
Yeah, I sent that in straight away. I was hoping I'd be the first one, so all worked out well.
Yeah, it did. It did. And Robbie, I want both you guys to know you two are the biggest fans of the 80s that I know.
Oh.
You guys would be best mates. Did you notice a lot of the did you notice a lot of the references, Robbie?
I did, yes. And you had Bullseye in there as well. So anything with Bullseye is a winner, as far as I'm concerned.
No,
So,
I've even got this. Can you see this T-shirt?
lovely.
yeah.
That's wicked.
That is what I could have won.
So when you was constructing a song like that, did you sort of have in mind game shows and TV shows when you were writing it, and the feeling you had when you used to watch those programs and stuff?
Yeah, when I was listening to all the catchphrases from like Bob Monkhouse and Bruce Forsyth, I was like, I can join all this up. And before I knew it, that is exactly what I did. I've watched those old game shows, you know, like 3, 2, 1, Blankety Blank. But Bullseye, I must have watched every single episode twice over. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. It's so funny in all the sort of wrong parts, if you like. It's just so funny.
It's great, especially now as time and technology moves on and you see the prizes.
Yeah, oh my, yes.
You get like 5 people win a kitchen. Like, how's that going to work?
I know. But when I was a kid, I used to think those prizes were amazing. But like you say, Robbie, now it's laughable, really.
Yeah.
And was it? He says, "I'm going to take the break to count out the money." And Peter Kay says, "What is it in pennies, Jim?"
It'd be like 30 pounds or something. But that's the 80s. Are beautiful. It was great. Loved it.
It's great. It's a great nostalgia thing. I went to the 80s Rewind Festival in Henley in the summer, and it was pretty much like walking through the 80s again, the whole decade. There was people dressed up as Vivian and Magnum, and
nice.
And there's Bullseye t-shirts everywhere and stuff like that. It's just nice when you hit the homage right. It's a wonderful feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
and
for me the best decade, personally.
Yeah. And the song also it's not just fluff, is it? It's not just talking about the game shows. It's got a deeper meaning as well.
Yeah, it follows a life story, if you like. Show me what I could have won. You know, when we're at work doing our 9 to 5 thing, and we're thinking, "Oh my God, is this it?" You know, somebody show me what I could have won. Is there something better out there? There may be, there may be not. But it's just a question, an escape from reality. I don't know. But that is what the song's about, trying to tie it in with life.
Yeah, it's quite existential, I think, because you talk about it's good, but it's not quite right. And you also say, is there someone out there spinning my wheel of fortune? It's like,
I don't know. I think that line, it was just a fluke. How that tied into the other thing. It was just a fluke, but I'll take that fluke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You remember what's his name? The science fiction writer that they made Scientology about. One day there's going to be a religion about you, my friend.
I mean, at least the soundtrack would be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
You might not speak to your family again, but your soundtrack's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be long after
I'll be
dead.
friends with Tom Cruise.
All right.
It's great. So
that's great.
Did that track come off an album or an EP or anything like that?
It's on an EP I've got. But I'll have to update that again next year when I add the next song to it. But it's costing me a fortune.
Well, this
I think
is
I
one
need
of the
a big
reasons.
sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of the reasons why I played his music, because when he first sent it in, he told me, he's got a 9-to-5 job. He just works a day, and then he saves up and he writes the songs. He saves up and he records them, and he's still doing that. He's doing it because he loves the music and he loves expressing himself like that, which I think is the best. That's the best way music should come out. And I love that about him. About you, mate. Sorry.
He's not dead.
I usually talk about him. He's never there.
Yeah,
I must admit, if it wasn't a financial thing, I'd probably be just releasing any old rubbish. But I think because I've got to save up, I have to make sure the song is worth the money. So I think that's probably why I'm really happy with the songs I've done so far, because I've had to really earn the song, if you like.
Yeah.
Can you call your next EP any old rubbish? I think that'd be great. That's a great title. Or something like that. That's great. So what's the you're from Nottingham way. What's the gig scene like in Nottingham? Is it quite an active music scene up that way?
I think it is, yeah. Actual Nottingham city centre, I think it's quite lively. And in fact, Newark as well, I'd say it's better in Newark, actually. There's some good live venues in Newark, so I live in the right place.
And is it quite an active music scene in general, or do you see a lot of pubs closing that used to play bands? And is it struggling up that end?
Not in Newark.
No.
Newark's actually doing really well. There's a great pub here called the Flying Circus, and they've got like live acts on almost every night.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really good to see. Like you say, a lot of venues closing down. Where I'm originally from, Doncaster, that's like a ghost town now, unfortunately. But that used to be amazing for live bands.
Mm.
So
That's
do you
how it
get
is
out?
these days?
Do you get out a lot? Do you put your slippers away and put your Doc Martens on and go see some gigs?
Yes. I do love putting the slippers on, don't get me wrong, Pete.
Oh, yeah.
But I've got a few gigs lined up for next year that I'm going to. Book Cherry, if you know them.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
And the Gaslight Anthem. So that's a couple I've got lined up. That's sort of what I'm into. A bit of punk and a bit of rock.
Yeah.
Keeps me ticking over.
Good,
And
good.
Is your style changed now? Like you said, you're adding to your album and EP as you're going along. Is the style changing as you go, or is it still punk rock, or have you changed a bit?
I think it's gone from being quite cheesy to I'm getting a bit more experience with writing and making things work. So definitely, like there was 2 songs that Pete touched on last time where I went through a bit of a tattooed Jesus phase, and I just kept singing about that for quite a long time, and I'm like, I think I best just sort of drop that a little bit. So it's definitely evolving, but in one way or another.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Your newest one, No Love, is it's a departure, and even with the way the video is made as well, it's very different. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's slightly more rocky, and I think the next song's slightly more rocky as well. But I do want to still keep a little bit of punk in there. But I'm trying to lose the cheese, if you like.
Never lose the cheese.
I love the cheese.
If you got to guest on an album from one of your idols, who would it be?
Oh, Zig Zig Sputnik.
Nice. Great.
I absolutely love Zig Zig Sputnik. They were like a game changer for me. They were so way ahead of their time, and so many people didn't get it. But I loved them, and I'd love to do something with Zig Zig Sputnik.
That's amazing. For people that don't know who they are, they're sort of like a punk electro band, would you say, for the time? Electro?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Sort of futuristic electronic dance.
Yeah.
With a bit of punk.
That was their big one.
Are they from the 80s as well?
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So while Nick's here, we've got an opportunity to play an 80s influenced track. So should we keep Nick around so you can listen to it and see what he thinks after?
Yeah.
For that, Nick?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Okay, so I'll give you a bit of background on it. So I got contacted by a guy called Kai, and the band's called Valley Highlights. And he's an 80s based artist, I suppose. Like everything sounds like the 80s on his album, and it's fantastic. It's on Spotify. We'll link it and stuff like that. And it's really good. And he does a cover on the album, and this is the cover we're going to play. We're not going to tell you what it is because we want to see how long it takes for people to pick up on actually what it is. So here we go. This is Valley Lights with their cover that I nearly just said the title of.
Now here you go again. what you lost, what you had, oh, what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. They said women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. You will know. Oh, you'll know.
There we go.
Nice.
Nick, what do you think?
At first, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is an old Cause song," but it goes back further than that, doesn't it? Is it Fleetwood Mac?
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, actually, definitely 80s vibe about that. Definitely the video and whatnot.
Yeah,
Good.
it's wonderful. Isn't it? When I interviewed him, which I think it's going to come out in January, February, I can't remember now. And I said to him, like, I think if Fleetwood Mac did that in the 80s, that's exactly how they would have done it.
Yeah.
Because it's a great cover as well. It literally took me to the first line to work out what it was, though. I didn't get the cover straight away, and I think that's really nice when people do that sort of stuff.
Definitely. It's quite soulful, and they really put their own twist on it, don't they? It's nice.
What about yourself, Nick? Do you cover anybody, or is there any songs you'd like to cover in the future?
I don't know. Well, I sort of sneak bits of songs into my song, so I sort of do half covers, if you like. And the next song, I've sneaked a few songs in there as well. So I don't know. I haven't done a fully blown cover yet, but I think I'll be tempted. But there could be any song. I don't know.
Nah, mate.
I'd have to really think about that one.
Nah, just do your own, mate. Do your own and slip those in, because
if I can sneak 3 different songs into one song,
yeah, they're like little Easter eggs. They're great. I love that.
yeah. That seems to be my thing. You know, for the future, I'll keep doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we work for David Bowie, why not?
Well, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We've got another video by Mr. Forwards. This is his newest song. All right, let's play that one. Nick, do you want to introduce it?
Yes, this song is called No Love. This is heavily influenced by a scene from Miami Vice back in the 80s. And I've also pinched a little bit of Love Don't Live Here Anymore by Jimmy Nail, which I think I got to number 3 in 1985. I thought that was one of the best covers I've ever heard. But yeah, nicked a bit of that, and I nicked a bit of this. So here's No Love by Mr. Fall Rise.
No love, you're leaving. You've lost that loving feeling. No love, you've stopped believing. You've lost that loving feeling. No love, no more deceiving. You've lost that loving feeling. No love, it's gone. That's why this is not a love song. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. It's gone. That's why this is not a love song. And I can feel it coming, baby. Love don't live here anymore. When you lived inside of me, there was nothing in this world that you would not do for me. No, I gotta say, stop. When you lived inside of me, you pretended there was nothing you would not do for me. You would not do for me. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. It's
Hey, Nick, you
Yeah.
feel, but there's 4 in there.
I know.
Name them, Robbie.
All right.
You've lost that loving feeling.
Lost the loving
I
feeling.
couldn't resist.
This is not a love song, which is Pill, P-I-L.
Yeah,
Yeah,
public
yeah.
image.
Phil Collins, obviously, and then Jimmy Now. There was 4 in there. I got them.
Yes. You're the first person, Robbie, that's mentioned the Public Image Limited.
Yeah.
This is not a love song.
What do I win?
I got away with that one.
I feel like I should get a prize now, like Bully.
Yeah, let's see if it's up there.
I'll have John Lydon after me. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
No, you'll love it. That's a really cool song. Yet again, punk and homage. Brilliant. It's a great track, mate. That's really, really cool.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
So when
you really got that niche, you know, I think you're the only one that does what you do.
Well, get ready for the next song. It's on the same. It's very similar.
Fantastic.
That's where I'm at the moment.
Brilliant. So your album, have you got a release date in mind when you want to bring it out at the minute, or is it literally as you're going and you're making the tracks?
It's just as I'm going. You know, I've got copies on CD. Anyone that wants one can have one. There's no release date or anything. If somebody wants one, they just have to message me on Instagram and I'll give them one.
All right, we'll put a link in the description so people can get your album, because if that's the style of the album, it sounds fantastic. I just love how it works.
Yeah. See, this is what he does. He doesn't want to make any money out of it. He just wants to get his music out there. And in the in our interview, I'm trying to convince him to go on Bandcamp, you know, because he doesn't. You can give your music away on Bandcamp, and it's a great asset. You know, you can just put it out there, and people can take it when they want it.
That's fantastic. So
I'm pushing them.
Yeah. Oh, you got it, haven't you? We'll put a link in the description for that as well, because you got it, the album. It's really, really cool. So what's next for you, Christmas wise? Are you touring? Are you just writing some more? What are we doing next?
Well, Christmas, I'm not going to do anything, but the new year, I think I'm going to do a big push for next year. I'm going to do a live gig.
Oh,
I'm going to do some rehearsals. I've been speaking to a friend of mine that he's a solo act, and he does a live set. And I've been asking him how he does it, because I want to keep it as a solo act. So I'm going to do some rehearsals, see how it goes. And if it does, I'll be out doing some gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to finish this next song, which gives me an extra song to the set. So hopefully you'll see me out there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And will it be just mainly around Nottingham, or are you going to come down to London? You're going to be touring a little?
It'll be London.
Fantastic.
I'm definitely going to play for you guys first. I've already told Pete
cool. That's great.
Definitely, I'll stick to my word on that one.
Oh, fantastic. Because, Robbie, I sent him an email to his Mr. Fallrise email when we were putting this gig together. I asked him to come down and just do a couple of songs. And he never got back to me. I was thinking, oh, what did I say wrong? I found out that he doesn't have access to that email anymore.
No.
But yeah, that's great. So next time, in fact, I'm actually working on the next gig now. I haven't told anybody. But yeah, I'm going to keep you in mind, mate. You're going to be on there.
Yeah, just give me some time to get some rehearsals under my belt, and just keep me posted.
Oh yeah, definitely. Great.
Because next year I'm definitely going to get out there. I think that's the next step, really.
Yeah. Fantastic. While we're here, I just wanted to say this is the first live stream we've done since the Unknown Sounds gig. And I think it went pretty well. I think we had a great time. Fantastic music. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Robbie? You were there.
It was really good. I mean, considering Hope and Anchor's legendary anyway, and then the bands, you know, raise a drink to the bands. They were just so wonderful with each other and friendly, and they were donating their merch and just saying, you know, put some money in and take what you want. It's all for charity, which was a wonderful gesture to do. Everyone was so friendly and nice with each other, and it was just a really cool, fun night in a little cool that turned out to be really sweaty pub.
Yeah.
You stood outside and it was like -2, and then you got in there and it was like an oven door opening. It was terrible, wasn't it? But it just added to that London atmosphere, and it was great. The camaraderie was great. The bands were great. Everyone was just so friendly. Becky Williams, she had a fab time at the gig as well. She was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a really, really cool time that we had, and it was just so much fun. And yeah, I mean, the next one, it's gonna just build and build, isn't it? And the more bands we get in, the better. And the lineup was perfect. So we started with like a folk duo, didn't we? And a country folk, and just built up to rock. And it was just a nice way of segueing the evening along until the last act. It was
a lot of fun. It was great. And I can announce now that we did make some money on it. I was hoping to raise £500 for Musicians Defend Ukraine. In the end, I sent over to Lessig and Musicians Defend Ukraine £1,007.33.
Hey, well done.
That is really fantastic.
Nice one.
So, yeah, it was really great. He's already spent it. It's gone to it. Money does not go far these days. He sent it to a guy who is owns a record producing company and a disco. He's on the front lines and he's doing all the electronic stuff. And he needed a power source, so I actually wrote it down here. He's got this thing called an EcoFlow River 2 portable power station. So that's great. So he's got that, so he can get the power to the front lines. And also another guy who is demining the areas that the Russian invaders have left in, with mines everywhere. He's been out there for weeks and weeks, and he doesn't have any shelter or anything. So we bought him a military type sleeping bag and blanket, so he can actually sleep out in that, and it will protect him. So I'm really happy that we're able to help people on a real level like this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Especially when we got them on before the last show we did. We had them on, some of them on, didn't we? And they were telling us firsthand. It hits different when it's firsthand, doesn't it? It's amazing.
It makes it real.
Yeah, it's lovely. But yeah, hopefully Nick, you come down for the next one, because that'd be fantastic.
Yes, I'll be there. Just keep me in the loop.
I will definitely, Nick. Thank you so much, mate.
Thanks for having me. Cheers, Robbie. Cheers, Pete.
All right, see you later, mate. Thank you.
Fantastic. What a lovely guy.
Nice guy, isn't he?
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, it's amazing that the gig did so much stuff. I'm sure we'll do a little video montage at some point to show people.
Yeah. I just got some videos back actually, so I'm looking at those. So yeah, and we might do something else. So there's things in the work just to keep it going. So it's I loved it. I had a great time. It
was really good fun, and it had a real punk atmosphere as well, which is wonderful. Yeah. And then I think we just raised some glasses quietly because Shane McGowan, who passed away during the week, there was when we were looking at, there were some pictures of Shane in there as well, so it's got all that sort of history in there. And then obviously Denny Lane passed away the other day from Wings and Blues. It's a bittersweet thing really, because in the morning I got an email saying they're releasing the 50-year box set of Band on the Run next summer, and then in the afternoon I found out Denny had passed away. It's just like see the new box set and stuff, and
it's crazy. God came down and said, Denny, it's time to go now.
Oh,
that's not a joke.
You're a bad man.
No, when I was young, I thought he changed his name, Denny Lane, to be like Penny Lane, so Paul McCartney would notice him and give him a job.
You might have done. You never know, do you? Yeah, you might have done.
No, that was sad. Yeah, Shane and Denny. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. We've got a Christmas song. Are we playing the Christmas song, or you want to play it later?
Yeah, we can play it now.
You want to play it now?
Yeah. I play this every year on Unknown Sounds because it's a lot of fun and it's goofy. It's great.
Okay.
So here we go. It's a Mr. Fall Rise song, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Mr. Fall Rise with Christmas Number 1.
Dream last night. It was good but it was not quite right. I was a tattooed Jesus Christ, and the song was a Christmas number 1. I dreamed a radio play one day. I believed that God was a DJ. Every night on my knees I pray that my song was a Christmas number 1. So don't wake me, I want a Christmas number 1. Just like the Human League back in 81. Don't you want me, baby? I turn the morning to red wine. Let's have a wonderful Christmas time. It was all in my dreams, so please don't wake me. I'm a Christmas number 1. to Jesus do? Cause my song was a Christmas #1. It got more radio play than Slade. I was feeding the world like Band-Aid. Oh, because of the nights I prayed that my song was a Christmas #1. So don't wake me, I want a Christmas #1. Just like the Human League back in 81. Don't you want me, don't you want me, baby? I turned the water to red, red wine. Let's have a wonderful Christmas time. It was all in my dreams, so please don't wake me. And it was biblical. So don't wake me. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. 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 I want a Christmas #1, just like the Human League back in 81. Don't you want me, don't you want me, baby? I turn the water to red, red wine. Let's have a wonderful Christmas time. It was all in my dreams, so please don't wake me. I'm a Christmas #1. I'm a Christmas #1. I had a biblical dream last night.
Fantastic. I love
He
it.
certainly packs a lot into one song, doesn't he?
Oh, Jesus Christ, if he says himself.
Fantastic. Oh, that reminds me, when I played the song when we had a chat on the YouTube station. I told him I was going to write to Mr. Cowell, Simon Cowell, to see if we can push it as a #1, but I have to do that. I have to write that down and do that.
Dear Mr. Cow. That's fantastic.
Well, he listens to I think sometimes he listens to this show. So Simon, it's a great song. You should definitely push it.
I love it. I like the punky style and I like the references. Nick, what you should do is when you've done your entire album, do like an online sheet where they have to try and find the song titles in the tracks. And if you get them all, they win a prize.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
exactly,
do that. That'd be amazing. Can we talk about, well, obviously we're going to go in a bit, but can we talk about Kiss for a minute? The band Kiss.
Yeah,
is that right?
definitely. And there is one more video I have to play because I know they're listening.
Yeah, no worries. Is that the Raptors, that one?
No, it's The Tension.
Oh, okay. Did you send that to me? Have I got that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to find that one in a second. Yeah, I'll find it in a minute. Oh, no,
Okay.
I've got it, haven't I?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I've got it. Sorry. Anyway, yes, just talk about business stuff there. Ignore us.
Right.
I thought because we're jumping down the video list, I forgot where we were. Anyway, right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Kiss for a minute. So Kiss did their final tour this year. So they finished on Saturday, Madison Square Garden. They did a big one. Right at the end of the gig, they did a load of explosions, a load of fireworks. And then they said, and now it's the next phase of Kiss. And they've got life-sized avatars going on like gigs as Kiss. So like ABBA have done in London with the Voulez-Vous thing, Voyager, sorry. It's very similar to that. So you're going to have like an avatar Kiss band. I did a reaction video to Ace Frehley's new track, 10,000 Volts. I'll put that on the channel today because he's got a new track, which is actually really, really good. And I put that out and people were saying it's just a money grab. How do you feel about that, Pete? Do you think it's a money grab or do you think it's a good idea for bands to do these avatar things?
Well, I was a big fan of Kiss. They were one of the very first bands I loved. They were fantastic. I loved Ace Frehley, sorry, the American version, Ace Frehley, and Paul Stanley, and of course Gene Simmons. But they make no bones about it. They are greedy. They've done more marketing on what they sell everything with the Kiss label on it. You can even get a coffin that says Kiss on it.
That's right.
It's amazing.
I'd like to get one of the comics because they put their blood into a Marvel comic, didn't they?
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I was part of the Kiss Army and I had the comics and all that. Yeah, I was really, really into it. I loved it. Even though my grandmother hated it because of the two S's that look like the Nazi SS, you know?
So, yeah. I mean, I'm going to throw out on a limb now. I think they were underproduced in the 70s. I don't think their albums sound that great. I think
Well,
the songs are brilliant, but they weren't produced very well, I don't think.
Well, I think they're overproduced now. I think it's not about the music; it's about the show.
Yeah,
It is. You go in there, you still. Oh man, I watched a little bit of them on YouTube with Paul Stanley and Ace and Gene Simmons talking about the new AI stuff, and they're talking about themselves. They said, "Oh, we've transcended being human, and now we're going to live forever." I think they really believe this stuff, mate. I think they're so egomaniacal that they can't get enough.
Yeah.
And I think the reason they're doing it is so they could sit home and still make some money on it. I'm not putting them down. It's great. And I think there's going to be a lot of this happening, a lot of it happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but in the end, I think good old guy with a guitar sitting in front of you, playing it and playing with his real voice, I think that's going to endure. I think this is going to be a fad. It's going to be a trend. In the end, live music will prevail.
Do you think it's like a good idea for, say, like ABBA that won't tour anymore, or maybe Queen, where you won't get a chance to see Freddie Mercury? Do you think it's fair enough to do it in those circumstances?
What are they going to do? Just reproduce stuff they've done 30 years ago?
Yeah. So with the ABBA Voyager one, they do like they were different because they were live, so they did links, but they basically just did the tracks with the live band playing on the right hand side. So there was still a live band playing, but the avatars were moving to the live band.
Yeah.
So when it's someone like that you definitely, like Bowie, for argument's sake, Bob Marley, anyone like that, Freddie, do you think it's fair enough if they're not here anymore and that's the closest? I never saw Bowie, so if there was a Bowie one, that's the closest I get to see him live. Do you think it's the same thing, or is it not as good?
No, it's like a comic. It's like a moving comic of him doing it.
Right.
You know what? Bowie has left so much great music that I would rather listen to the music and hear and see him in my head than be constrained to what is on the screen about, what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really, I was never one for bringing back bands, when the Police were around a few years ago, like they were, every band I think is of their time.
Yeah.
Unless they're, the Beatles or the Stones. I think it encapsulates their time. And once that's gone, I think it's gone. And it's good to, listen to the music and remember, but there's so much else out there. I don't think we need to be bogged down in this. Come to Unknown Sounds. You'll find so much to listen to. You'll forget about Bowie. You'll forget about Kiss, and you'll forget about ABBA.
No one forgets about ABBA. Fair enough. Then. Well, if you got any comments about it, let us know in the description. If what you think about the AI stuff and if it's a good or a bad idea. I mean, I think it's quite cool because, like I say, I might get to see some bands live, especially if they dig up something that you've never heard before, like an album track that was never released, and they do that live. That would be quite interesting because you wouldn't expect it, if you see what I mean.
You keep saying I'll get to see them live. They're not live, mate.
Yeah, sort of. I'm in the room with an avatar.
No. Anyway, I don't think we're going to agree on this. I'd rather go see a band.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
Talking of bands, shall we play?
Yes, we've got one more band to play. I love this band. They started when they're teenagers. They still may be teenagers. They're from Akron, Ohio. They're fantastic. They're called The Tension. We're going to play, don't play it yet. We're going to play a song called Peachy Keen. But also, before we talk about them, before we play the song, I just want to say they're from Akron. And there was another band from Akron called The Waitresses. Remember them?
I think I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they do Christmas rapping.
Right. Yeah.
You know that song. And they did a concert. The Tension did a concert. And what's his name? Chris Butler, who was in The Waitresses, founding member of Waitress, played with them. He played his guitar that he played in the video of the song they did, which was Christmas rapping. If you get a chance, watch it. It's really fun because they're both from Akron. They know each other and they respect each other. Also, by the way, Chris, he lives in the house where Jeffrey Dahmer lived and committed his first murder.
No way. Seriously?
Seriously. He didn't know it. He didn't know that was happening until right before they exchanged, they did the exchange. Like, by the way, we have to tell you this.
I can't work out if that's cool or not.
I don't know. I think it's a bit creepy. But he says it's got to, the house transcends that. It really makes him feel calm. I have no idea.
Not when he's murdering.
But this is a great band. They, like, again, The Tension from Akron, Ohio. They're fantastic. Check them out. And here is their video for their song called Peachy Keen.
Every morning when I step outside, it seems like nothing's ever wrong. And I'm so sick of it, there's nothing I can fix, 'cause life's been peachy all along. So another day goes by, and I'm still terrified of something falling out of place. So another day I cry, do what I can to get by, trapped in sobriety's embrace. And you don't know me, and I don't think I want you to. I'm so lonely. When will my brain know what to do? When all is well, I go insane. Will someone wake me up? I think I'm sure enough. There's not a minute I can waste. I wanna lay back down. It's too hard to get around. The sun's too hot for me to taste. And you don't know me, and I don't think I want you to. But I'm so lonely. When will my brain know what to do? When all is well, I go insane. And you don't know me, and I don't think I want you to. I'm so lonely. When will my brain know what to do? And you don't know me, and I know I don't want you to. But I'm so lonely. When will my brain know what to do? When all is well, I go insane. When all is well, I go insane. When all is well, I go insane.
Wow. It's scary when people that young are that talented, isn't it?
Oh man, it's amazing, right? It's an amazing song.
Yeah. Yeah. Very Paramore sort of style, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Really cool.
yeah. It's like it's a style to their own. I really love the whole beginning, and then it just gets into it, and it's just headbanging. It's great, really good stuff, and it makes me think that music is in good hands, mate.
Yeah.
The modern music is okay.
I'm not being biased. I think if people didn't know what our show is right now, and you just said, "Oh, these songs will just come out on Radio 1," people would not know the difference. They're that
Yeah.
great, good quality, great songwriting, just structured really well. Brilliant.
Yeah.
They're brilliant songs. It's lovely that we get to do this and play videos and get people to find new music and new bands, and it's really, really cool.
It's amazing. And of course, there's a lot more on this, on Unknown Sounds. Check it out on Mixcloud and all the podcasting streaming services.
Yeah,
but we'll be playing lots more here as well on Chatting Sounds.
That's right. And we'll stick it on the bottom so you can have links for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, it's been fun. Should we wrap it up, I think?
Definitely. I got to go eat. I'm hungry.
Fantastic. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in today. Check out all the links in the bottom. I can't remember what they all are now because I've been saying loads.
There's a load. You'll see it out there.
Yeah, we'll find it. We'll be back soon for another show. We'll put some more updates so people can find it, and then you can check the show out again. Subscribe to both. Find new music. Love life, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
Bye-bye.